I'm going to have you both come up at the same time. James Thompson and Greg Thompson. James is going to introduce his dad.
Well, first off, it's a pretty cool honor for me to be able to stand up here and talk on behalf of my dad. Um, when he sent me a text last September and said he was going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and the first thought I had was it would be so cool to be able to give some sort of a speech or just show up and surprise him that I'm there. And in I think April, I got a text that said, "Hey, do you mind introducing me?" So, thank you for this opportunity. Um, so, the first thing I thought of for this speech was from Field of Dreams. Um, if you build it, he will come. And so, you know, the whole father-son baseball relationship. And then I thought to the speech of Terrence Mann when he talks about the one constant through all the time, one constant being baseball. And for me, when it comes to baseball and when it comes to everything, the one constant is sitting right here. And that's who I'm supposed to introduce tonight. So congratulations to the left-hander. He's thrown about 40,000 BP pitches over the years, and I think he's logged about 40,000 innings in this league. So step on up.
I feel like I'm coming up to bat in a 6:15 game, and I can't see anything. So um, thank you, everybody, for being here, and congrats to all the other inductees from 2023. It is, I will repeat the mantra, it is humbling to be here. And I look at all the people that have come before me, and it's impressive, and it's very humbling. And just, I have so many people to thank for me standing here tonight. First up, my wife Kim, who's here. We measure our marriage in baseball seasons, not years. And we just finished our 40th baseball season together. And then my mom, Karen, is here. She has 5 boys and somehow got us all to where we were all supposed to be. Football season, basketball season, baseball, whatever. She always made the treks and got us there. My dad taught me and my brothers how to play baseball, so big thanks to him. And then my brothers, Chris, Ben, Mitch, and Tim. Chris, Ben, and Tim, lots of stickball in the front yard. We had that yard where all the kids would come over and play stickball every summer day, all summer long. And then Mitch was the entertainment director for the stickball games. And my son James, big thanks to James. And I'm going to brag a little bit here on James. He is the head coach at Monarch High School near Boulder, Colorado. So he made the trek out here. So thanks for being here. My daughter Elizabeth is here with her boys Mason and Cooper, and I had the pleasure to be their fall ball coach a couple of years in a row now. So thanks, Mason and Cooper, for being here. Got to play with my nephew Emery, who is he's headed to Greece on his honeymoon in 2 days, so he wasn't able to be here, but his sister Tessa is here, and my brother Ben and his wife Julie, and Chris and Lillian are here, and Mitch and Jacob out there somewhere. Like I said, I can't see much, so there we go. And Grant Tinelli is here, a family friend. I watched Grant play Little League Baseball and then was his coach as well as James' coach up at Golden Sierra High School. Now Grant is the head varsity coach at Ponderosa High School, so it's an honor to have Grant here. And then another family friend, Scott Howard Cooper and his wife Nora, they are here. And Scott and I shared many hot summer nights at Northwest Park down in Burbank, California. So thanks for being here, Scott and Nora. And I know I'm going to leave somebody out, so I will apologize in advance for that. Big thanks to my Orioles teammates. Craig Parker is here. He's been my mound mate for almost a quarter of a century now. And not only is Craig a great teammate, but he's the best pitching coach I've ever had. He's the first guy to tell me if things are going wrong, what I need to do differently. And he's got a great eye for baseball. And just, again, I can't say it enough, a great teammate. Craig's also a pretty good catcher, so calls a great game. And then these guys aren't here, but thanks to the Orioles skippers over the years, almost 25 years now. We started with Mark Twitty. Shout out to Don Murray, Mike DiGregorio, Jesse Zachary, Louis Abadesco, and currently our skipper is Mark Wright. I just want to say thank you to all those guys. Managing is a thankless job, and I'm glad I don't have to do it. And then big thanks to all the opponents over the years. The River Dogs, the A's, the Seals, the Dragons, Boys of Summer, the Reds, the Braves, the Giants, and the Royals, among others. So nothing but respect for all of my opponents. And that's what makes this league fantastic, is that I know for me as a pitcher, I don't ever have a night off. I'm out there grinding away, and the opponents are always tough. And it's like an all-star league. When I look at some of the players out there in this league, it's humbling and it's impressive. So thank you to the opponents. Also want to say a big thanks to the Capital City Cards. I see Rick and looks like Titus over there. So Rick and Titus were also members of the Capital City Cards, along with my nephew Emery and James, and some great memories in Phoenix and here in Sacramento in the father-son tournament. And I want to thank Derek Bullock and Andrew Bullock for running the show, and also remembrances, and a big thanks to Donnie Fowler and the Fowler family. They were Capital City teammates, and again, just some fantastic memories from Arizona. And then the guys in the back there, thanks to the umpires. We have fantastic umpires here in our league. We like our umpires to start out perfect and then get better from there. So thank you to Swanee, Mick, Holly, Greg, Ray, Kenny, Kevin, many others. Thank you so much for being great umpires and being good at your craft. So can't say it enough. And then the league officials here, Alan Van Ness, Tina Van Ness. I think Tina's the brains behind the outfit. So, and then JT, thank you for all the hard work. And a few other of my fellow inductees have mentioned JT reaching out a year and a half ago, and a lot of work goes into this. And JT has tireless energy and dedication to this. So thank you. And then a couple quick things before I go. I do want to lodge a complaint. Craig Park and I have talked about this, and I've seen a couple of these guys in the audience here tonight, but Mark Weathers, Mike Baker, Rob Segura, and there are a few other of you out there, you know who you are. You're all batting about 700 off of me, and I have yet to receive a Christmas card. So I'm going to look for that next year. And then just a couple quick thoughts on baseball. You know, as you guys sitting out here, you know what it's like to go through the highs and the lows of a baseball season with your teammates. And there's really nothing like that. Even the lows out here on a baseball field are better than not being on a baseball field. So, you know, it's a journey. And I've just been so lucky to have the Orioles as teammates for, again, almost 25 years. And just a shout out to some of them, Dan Poole's here, Johnny Mason, Rick Ramirez, Dan Quashis, Dave Poling, Mike Monet, and Chris Martin, and a lot of other Orioles over the years. So thank you to the O's. And then the other thing about baseball is I get to come out here on a Tuesday night for 3 hours in the summer and pretend like I'm 15 years old again for a while. So it's a great feeling. And then I want to leave us with this thought. Jim Bouton wrote the book Ball 4, had a Major League Baseball career, and then he went and played in adult baseball leagues after he was done playing in the big leagues. And it took me a minute to figure out what he meant by this, but this is from Jim Bouton. A ball player spends a good piece of his life gripping a baseball, and in the end, it turns out it was the other way around. Thank you.